So, what advice would you give to people just starting out?
I would say do not wait for a perfect moment. You have so many tools at your fingertips. Just go for it.
My dad had to close the doors of the family bakery, and I wanted to rebuild that business. But in order to make this thing last, I had to learn about some of the things my dad didn't have.
Our kids bought us a quilt machine and asked me if I wanted to do tutorials, and I was like, sure, honey, what's a tutorial?
Now we're at 300,000 subscribers.
I have some experience in computers, but what I needed was a direction.
I took a class that taught me the basics of how to get the business online. That was where I started reimagining myself. I'm an entrepreneur, I could do this.
Whether you're a teacher, a business owner, or just want to take the next step in your career, you can find free tools and training to grow your skills at google.com/grow.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Rebecca Prozan, and I am a senior manager in Google's Public Policy Division. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. Grow with Google is Google's economic opportunity initiative, building on the company's 20-year history of building products, platforms, and services that help people and businesses grow. Since 2017, Grow with Google has trained more than 5 million people across the United States on how to use digital tools. For small businesses, digital skills are critical than ever, with nearly 1 in 3 small business owners saying that without digital tools, they would have had to close all or part of their business as a result of the COVID-19 economic crisis. Additionally, over 80% of small business owners are interested in learning more about how to use digital tools to help their businesses move forward. We're so pleased to be partnering with the California Office of the Small Business Advocate, the Governor's Office of the Business and Economic Development, and my friend Mayor London Breed to be hosting this virtual workshop series. Before we kick off our workshop today, I'd like to introduce one of our co-hosts for the event, Isabel Guzman. Please join me in welcoming Isabel.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, and the entire Google team for partnering with us to help small businesses get digital. And thank you so much to the small businesses who are joining us this morning, doing what small business owners do time and again, learning and adapting to meet customers' needs. I am Isabel Guzman. I serve as the voice of small business and startups in California. Small businesses are our engine for job creation in the fabric of our neighborhood, so we need to rally behind small now. Since joining the Newsom administration just over a year ago, my team and I at the Office of Small Business Advocate have been providing information and assistance to help entrepreneurs like you better access the state resources. We've been advocating to clear paths to capital, the marketplace, and networks, and most recently working on advancing preparedness, ensuring small business resilience in the face of disasters. During COVID, the state of California has expanded recovery loan programs, supported Main Street hiring credits, distributed free PPE to small businesses, and worked to ensure that entrepreneurs like you have a strongly supported network of small business centers with expert advisors to help you start up, manage, and grow. And this week, we are proudly launching a new e-commerce initiative, Get Digital CA, beginning with these Grow with Google workshops to help you maximize your potential online. Becoming digitally savvy is critical for your long-term success, and US e-commerce sales will double to $1 trillion by 2023, growing at 6 times the rate of retail. At the end of this workshop, we will share a slide with contacts and links to our office, so please reach out. Small business owners continue to learn, pivot, and innovate, and we stand ready to rally support for you. Today, as you work to improve your online outreach, know that you have a partner here at the state. So now I'm incredibly grateful to kick off Get Digital California with one of the strong champions who rallies for small business, San Francisco Mayor London Breed. As Mayor of San Francisco, she has advocated vigorously for small businesses and getting them the resources to assist with operating and recovering during the pandemic. She's pushed for funding, PPE, and evictions protections, and we are so excited to have such a fierce small business advocate join us this morning. Mayor Breed.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. And thank you so much, Director Guzman, for the kind introduction and all that you do to support California small businesses. Even before COVID, small businesses across San Francisco and California were already facing challenges brought on by high costs and shifts in consumer preferences. These challenges have been urgent for our small business owners for a very long time. and something I've been focused on since day one as mayor. COVID-19 has only exacerbated these challenges, and I am committed to working with Governor Newsom, Director Guzman, and all of our local chambers of commerce and our business partners to support you through these challenging times. Like all of you here today, we've had to pivot everything we were doing in the face of this crisis. We've leveraged and allocated over $19 million in funding to support nearly 1,200 small businesses in our city through programs like our Small Business Resiliency Grant Fund and the Hardship Emergency Loan Program. We deferred $63 million in business taxes and registration fees. San Francisco worked with Director Guzman and her team to get more than 1.7 million pieces of personal protective equipment into the hands of small business owners to support your reopening efforts. And we invested in our particularly hard-hit communities through programs like the African American Small Business Revolving Fund, where we invested almost $4 million. Our Neighborhood Mini Grants program, over $1 million, but let's be honest, as a city and as a state, there is no way we can fully fill the hole caused on your balance sheets by COVID-19. We simply don't have the resources. That's why we have worked hard to adapt and find whatever solutions we could to support local small businesses. While we were still in shelter in place, we didn't want people going to shop, but we did want them to keep their money local. We began to offer curb space to small businesses for free. We wanted to connect our businesses to local shoppers and make curbside pickup easy. We also saw consumers shifting to delivery apps, so we capped the fees they could charge to our restaurants, working to ensure our small businesses could keep the bulk of their sales in their pockets. As it became clear that the safest way to gradually reopen was to move businesses outside, we launched our Shared Spaces program, making it easy for businesses to move onto the sidewalks and into our parking lanes, and for merchant groups to shut down entire streets to bring their businesses outside. Now, let me tell you, none of this was easy. Changing the way our government supports small businesses has been extremely challenging. I know making all of these changes to your business was even harder, but this is the reality we are faced with. That is why I am so happy to be joining Director Guzman and Google today and helping you to take these first steps towards reaching more customers and helping your business thrive and survive this pandemic. It has become clear that technology plays and will continue to play a critical role in our lives. It is how we communicate with our customers. It's how so many of you have been able to keep operating during these uncertain times. Together, we will weather these challenges and bring you back stronger. Together, we will make sure that our residents and your customers can not only find your business, but shop safely at your business. There is so much work we need to do. We especially need to cut back on so much bureaucracy and so many city fees that continue to burden your business and make it difficult to even do business in the first place. I know it's difficult, but I'm optimistic and hopeful about the future. Together, we will get through this. And with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Director Guzman and her team so you can start working to bring your businesses back online. Good luck out there.
Thank you so much, Mayor Breed, for your leadership. It's really inspiring words, and small businesses know now that there are advocates here for you. So let's get started. Israel Serna is our Grow with Google expert trainer who will take us through this workshop. Israel, turning it over to you. Is he on? There we go.
Thank you
so much.
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you to the mayor for joining us this morning. More importantly, for her support in launching this event today. And also, I'd like to take the opportunity to not only thank her office for the efforts, but also the California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, as well as the California Office of Business Advocate for your efforts, and most importantly, for your partnership with Google. Once again, my name is Israel Serna, and I'm joining you virtually from my home office in West Hollywood, California. It really is a pleasure to be here with you this morning, not only to kick off Small Business Week, but also to engage with the hundreds of small businesses that are joining us online today to learn how Google can help them not only grow their presence online, but how they can be found on search and in maps. So once again, the workshop today is going to focus on how you're going to be able to create a business profile on Google using a free tool called Google My Business. Today's agenda is going to be broken down into 5 sections. In the first section, I'm going to walk you through what a business profile on Google looks like. And then in sections 2 and 3, I'm going to show you not only how to create a business profile, but more importantly, how you're going to be able to manage the business information that Google shares on search. And then we're going to take a look at the back end of the tool, which is Google My Business, and give you a tour of a wonderful dashboard that's going to give you access to be able to edit all the information on your profile. And lastly, we're going to cover some wonderful resources before we get to the Q&A. So with that in mind, for those of you that are perhaps joining us for your first online event, your first webinar, first of all, welcome. For those of you that are a little bit more advanced and know how to use the platform, I do want to point out a feature on the right-hand side of your screen where you're going to be able to submit your questions throughout the presentation. Now, I've got hundreds of you joining me this morning. I may not be able to get to all of your questions, but know that at the end of the presentation, we're going to do our part to answer as many of those questions as possible. So once again, on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see a section there that's called questions. Please take the opportunity to answer any question that you have throughout the presentation, okay? So before I move on, I do want to kick things off by sharing with you a short video that's going to show you, or showcase more than anything, how a business in New York is using their business profile on Google, okay? So give me a sec while I set this video up.
My name is Vince. This is my shop. I opened Village Tailor and Cleaners in 1977. I arrived in New York 4 years earlier from Italy. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. My mother taught me how to sew. When I opened the shop, the first person I hired was my mother. This is Bruno, the store mascot. My little advertisement. As a business owner, you're always thinking, how can you do better? I noticed that customers come in with the clothes in one hand and the phone on the other, always looking up information. So I said to myself, we have to put this store online. Google lets me decide how the shop shows up. I pick photos, I can post special hours, anything. I made this website in 10 minutes using the website builder. And I'm not kidding. Now people walk in and I'm always asking, how did you find us? They used to say, I saw Bruno, so I came in. Now they say, Google. Believe it or not, we're up 30% this year. We're doing enough business, I had to hire more tailors and get some new machines. I've got 3 shops going, and my son Vincent Jr. is running one of them, the Village Cobbler next door. I'm in an old-fashioned profession. I work with my hands. I hadn't thought much about putting the business online. Now, I couldn't be happier. Village Tailor, 40 years and going strong.
I love this video so much. I hope that it served as a great example for how a business profile on Google can work for you. I especially love their story and more importantly, how it highlights the family business. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and talk about how it is you're going to be able to create a business profile on Google, but more importantly, what a business profile on Google looks like. So on your screen, you're going to see an example. In fact, this is actually Village Tailor's actual listing that you can see. What I love most about this profile, as you can see, is that it's going to share information to audience, customers, and researchers that's essential for your business. Now more than ever, especially during COVID-19 times, we want to make sure that a business profile on Google is up to date and accurate with the most information. So we're going to walk you through what this profile looks like. And as you can see from your screen, you're going to find relevant information like your business name, for example. You're going to be able to read a little bit more about Village Tailor's business. You're going to actually be able to access their location and be able to view their hours. Okay. Other important things to note is quick links. So depending on the business, you have the opportunity to be able to offer quick links that are unique to your business here on your profile. Now, reviews or user-generated content, as it's sometimes known, is also very important, as well as photos and videos. And we're gonna dive deep into each of these sections later on in the presentation. But for right now, I just wanted to show you what a business profile on Google looks like. So why is it important to appear on a Google search? Well, for many reasons. Most importantly is that's how many of us nowadays are finding out information about a business, right? Whether we're searching for a specific product, whether we have a question related to an issue that we have, or whether we're just looking to maybe do like price comparisons, right? Appearing on a Google search to begin with is super important. However, appearing on a Google search through a business profile has many, many benefits. And as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, in this screenshot, we're looking at what a Google business profile on Google actually looks like. Now, in addition to appearing on a Google search, or the benefit of appearing in a Google search through a business profile, is that you can also appear on Google Maps. Now, if you're anything like me, when you're visiting a new city or looking to try something new when you're out of your own area, I usually turn to Google Maps. Why? Because I'm trying to research information that's nearby, for example. I'm trying to do some research. And so a business profile on Google is also going to give you the opportunity to appear on Google Maps. Now, this is also really important because when I am able to locate a business on Google Maps, as you can see on Village Tailor's profile, I'm going to be able to see lots of relevant information, okay? I'll be able to see, like I mentioned, how close the establishment is to where I am. I'm going to be able to see reviews, videos. And so all of those things essentially end up having an influence on where I decide to go. Now, when it comes to the factors that Google considers, because you may be asking yourself, well, how does Google know what to display? There's several factors. Some of the important ones are distance, as I was mentioning. How close are you to the establishment or the thing you're searching for? And then also relevancy, right? Is your search relevant to what you're looking for? So Google factors in all of those things so that when you do a Google Maps search, it's trying to do its best to showcase information that's most relevant to that search query. So for example, if I was doing a search query for a cleaners, the likelihood of like a pizza joint appearing on my search is probably not likely, because Google will do whatever it can to make sure that it's only displaying the businesses that are relevant to my search. So lots of advantages here in appearing in Google Maps. Now, the other benefit of a business profile on Google is that Google is going to make sure that you display across all platforms. And why is this important? Well, as I mentioned, searches are happening across all devices. And unfortunately, we don't have control over how our customers are searching for us in terms of the devices that they're using. And so therefore, the fact that your business profile will be able to display in a professional manner throughout all the platforms is super key. And so as I shared with you in the previous slide, you can see that when a business profile appears on a mobile device, it appears in a way that's going to make for a very great user experience, which is key now. So the about this is that Google is going to take care of that for you. Now, to get started, there's a couple of ways to either claim your business or to create your business profile. So for those of you who already have located your business profile on Google, but perhaps don't own that profile, there is an opportunity for you to claim that profile as yours. And we're going to talk about the verification process later down in the presentation. But the good thing to know is that you can claim that profile as your business. Now, for those of you that don't have a profile, don't worry, we're going to actually walk through the quick steps that you can take to be able to create your business profile on Google. So with that, we're going to quickly review how it is and how easy it is to create a business profile on Google using a platform called Google My Business. So to start, you're going to want to go to google.com/business, and you're going to want to then create a Google account. So a couple of things here when creating a Google account is the benefit to a Google account is that it's going to unlock not only the Google My Business platform, but also all of the other tools that Google has to offer. So there's lots of benefits with creating a Google account. Also, keep in mind that you don't need a Gmail account to be able to create an account. You can very easily use your own business email address to create this, okay? So I just wanted to point that out. So step 2 of the process is you're going to search for your business to see if it already exists. And if it doesn't, you are going to have the opportunity to, I'm sorry, let me back up. You're going to want to, yes, search for your business. And if you can't find your business, you have the opportunity to add it. So this is where you're going to go to locate your business. Now, you're going to want to confirm the business name and that it's spelled correctly, or more importantly, that it's displayed in the way that you want it to. So this is an important step. And then step 3, you're going to want to select a business category that's as closely related to your business as possible. So with that, there may be, you may not find the exact category that fits your business. I don't want you to worry about that quite yet, because there is an opportunity within the dashboard piece where you can actually create subcategories that's going to help you tailor your profile a little bit more. So once again, once you select your business category, you're going to want to go into step number 4. So step number 4 is important for many reasons. One, Google wants to know as you're creating the profile, and in this case, let's just say we're talking about Vince Jr.'s cobbler business, okay? So in Vince Jr.'s business, for example, he has a brick and mortar shop, right? He has an establishment where customers come and visit him. So he's going to want to select yes. Now, if you're a service business that doesn't have an office or a location for customers, you're going to want to select no. And we're going to talk a little bit further down the line how it is that you can still appear on Google Maps so that your, for example, your home office doesn't display on Maps. So once you enter your address, for certain businesses, like in Junior's case, they're going to ask Junior if he covers a specific service area. So what this means is, while Junior has a brick and mortar shop, he may do deliveries. He may actually go out and deliver shoes once they've been completed. So this is where you're going to want to include the service areas that you cover. This could also be the case for like a plumber, for example. A plumber may have an office establishment, but they cover, this is an opportunity where they go and work with customers outside of the establishment. This is where you're going to want to include your service areas. You're going to want to enter your business contact information. Now, keep in mind, this is the public-facing contact information that's going to be displayed on your profile. So make sure that you enter a phone number that is going to be answered. So you're going to get to this point where you're going to need to verify your business. So when we get to this portion of building your business profile on Google, there's going to be a couple of options for you to be able to verify your business. One of them is to receive a postcard by mail with a verification code that is then going to allow you to complete the process. Now, keep in mind that this address needs to be, the address that this is going to be mailed to is the business address listed on your profile, okay? Now, for some of you, you may also have the opportunity to verify your account through either phone or email. So if that's the case for you, good for you. You'll be able to move a little bit quicker with the verification process. But for those of you that do request the postcard, please note that it takes about 5 business days to be able to receive that postcard. Now, as you wait for that verification code, please know that you can still continue to edit your profile. It's still going to be visible, so continue to work on it. It's just not going to be verified quite yet, okay? So for some businesses, in Junior's case, Google is going to ask him to also add services. So you can either add your services now, click save, or you can do them after. And I'm going to show you once we get to the dashboard piece where you can add your services. Google will then ask you to include a description. I won't get too detailed into this because I do have some best practices and some tips to share with you later on about your description. You'll have the opportunity to include photos and videos. Please know that with videos, they are limited to 30 seconds. But again, I do have some great tips for you later on how you can make those 30 seconds work for you, okay? So once you are ready to verify your business, again, you can continue to update your profile while you wait for your verification code. And the last step of building your business profile is exactly this. It's going to leave you in the Google My Business dashboard. And we're going to go step by step in the next section on what a dashboard is, the capabilities, and just how much control you're going to have over your profile through this dashboard. But before I do, I want to also remind you, and I want you to make a note of just, there's going to be 2 ways that you're going to be able to access your business profile. And one of those, again, is to go to google.com/business to be able to log into your account, or you can also access your account through Google search. So for example, here on Vincent's Village Cobbler, for example, we'll be able to go in directly into this profile and edit, so long as you are logged into your Google account, okay? That's an important note to make, but I wanted to make sure you were aware of just how easy it is to get back to your profile. So in this next portion of the presentation, I want you to not only take note of how easy it is to use the dashboard and all of the capabilities, but as I go through each of the sections in the dashboard, I want you to make note of what you would do to your own business profile. If you already have a business profile, I may be sharing some best practices that are going to allow you to optimize your profile even more. So as I go through this section, think about how this profile, or how having a business profile on Google is going to help you, okay? So let's get started with looking at Vincent's Jr.'s profile, okay? So to start, Vince Jr. is going to confirm that his business name is displayed appropriately. And then he's going to have this opportunity. And if you remember me talking early on in the presentation about the category, and I said, let's not worry about that right now because you do have an opportunity to add additional categories in your dashboard. This is exactly where you're going to be able to add additional categories, and you have the opportunity to add up to 9 categories. Now, with categories, the key thing is if you don't see the exact category for your business, the best way to look at it is, what is the category that I best want to be associated with? So that's just a quick tip for you, okay? Now, when it comes to managing Junior's business location, a couple of things. He's going to want to confirm his physical address, but also Google's going to allow you to move the pin. Oftentimes, it may happen that the pin isn't matching the exact location. You have the opportunity to drag and drop this pin to be very specific to your cross streets, for example, okay? With Vince Jr.'s case, if he is going to be offering delivery, for example, this is where he can add the service areas that he's going to service. Again, if you're a restaurant that's offering delivery services, if you are a plumber that perhaps covers areas outside of your county, this is where you're going to want to enter those specific counties, okay? When it comes to confirming your business hours, I like to tell businesses that this is an area where you're going to definitely want to monitor because for many reasons, especially now during COVID-19, it may be that you are offering limited hours. It may be that you are actually maybe extending hours for different things, for deliveries, for example. So being able to make sure that your business hours are listed correctly is going to be important. As you can see from the statistic, more than 40% of local searches that happen on Google are people confirming hours. So the other benefit to this is you're going to be able to also add hours if you're closing for special holidays, for example. So it may be that your offices or your business closes for Christmas. This is where you're going to want to go and make sure that your hours are updated. As I was mentioning, Google also offers you the opportunity to add additional service hours. One of the things that became very popular or very common during the initial stages of COVID-19 is that certain establishments were opening up early for senior citizens, which I really loved and appreciated. And so this is where you would go and add those special hours. It may be that your restaurant may be open for specific hours, but then you offer delivery after that. This is where you're going to want to go and customize those hours. Again, a very beneficial tool, more important than ever now with COVID-19. So Google also gives you the opportunity to create a short name. This is so important because it's going to allow you to be able to share this short name across your website, for example, your print collateral, your social media platforms. It's also going to be able to create a custom, unique link to your business so that you can easily share your profile with customers. So in your business profile and within the dashboard, you're also going to be able to confirm your phone number. Again, you can add up to 3 phone numbers to your listing, and you're also going to be able to add your website. Now, for those of you that don't have a website, I do have a great tip for you through Google Websites, and it's a very cost-effective way for you to create a website in no time, and I'm going to cover that in a minute. The other great attribute that I love, or the great tool that I love about Google My Business, is that you can add special badges to your profile, right? So it may be that you are a veteran-owned business. And I know lots of people that make an effort to go and support veteran-owned businesses. I'm not too far from San Diego. You tend to see that a lot within the base camp. We've been seeing a lot with Black-owned businesses as well with women-led businesses. This in particular, I think, is so important because it's going to allow you to shine your uniqueness on your profile. So when it comes to writing your business description, so this is important, and I really do like to take the time to talk to businesses about this for many reasons. One, the business description is a great opportunity for you to be able to tell customers or potential customers more about your business, right? So you are going to want to highlight things that make you unique, things that make you stand out from your competition. If there's a special story behind your business, with Vince, for example, he can easily talk about his dad's business and how he's carrying on the legacy, people love to learn about businesses in this way, right? We are more researched than ever before. And so having a unique business description can go a long way. I do want to encourage you to stay away from being promotional heavy, simply because there's other areas within the platform that you can launch promotional campaigns. Again, keep this business description more for talking about your business and not so much about promoting a sale, for example, okay? Another great feature that I like, especially for those of you that are in the beginning stages of launching your business or are looking to start a business, Google allows you to create a business profile and be able to publish your profile on a specific date. So the great thing about this is that if you are looking to build momentum to your opening, you're looking to build brand awareness, this is a great tool because Google allows you to have a profile and be able to then, when you do open up your doors, to announce that to all of your followers and all of the people searching for your business. So again, this is a great tool for those of you who are looking to start your business. So when it comes to the bookings tab, this feature became more relevant and more useful during COVID-19 because many businesses took their business online. So on your screen, I actually have, I'm showcasing Honest Soul Yoga. And Honest Soul Yoga early on began to offer sessions online, streaming sessions. And so being able to offer a bookings tab through her profile, or through their profile, I should say, allowed for customers to easily sign up for those sessions. Now, please note that Google does partner or does integrate with third-party platforms to be able to offer this tool. So if you are in a specific type of business, Google will ask you the question if you do have a third-party platform that you're currently using to secure bookings. You're going to want to definitely search for your platform to see if it integrates with Google, okay? For those businesses that have your own unique appointment link, you may have your own internal appointment system. You do have the opportunity to add it through the appointment link here on the Google My Business dashboard. So when it comes to the posting tab, I especially love this because this is going to be one way that you're going to be able to keep your profile fresh. And what do I mean by that? So once you launch your profile and all your information is up to date, the posting tab allows you to directly be displayed in your followers' feed. So this is going to be a good opportunity for you to be able to, again, be promotional or be able to do any one of these 4 types of posts. So these are just some examples of the types of things you can post on your profile. One of them being keeping your customers and your followers up to date, right? So it may be that you are announcing a soft opening of your business, a reopening of your business. With the What's New section, you're going to be able to make those types of announcements. You're also going to be able to highlight products. So let's say you are launching a new product, you're going to be able to highlight specific products to your business and then have them showcased on your business profile. When I spoke to you about the descriptions tab, I said there's other ways for you to be able to do promotions or to offer coupons, for example. In the offers feature, this is exactly what you want to do, right? The beauty of this particular tool is that Google's not only going to allow you to create coupons, for example, it's going to allow you to create coupons with an expiration date to be able to offer some urgency to that coupon. Again, Google will allow you to also create events. It may be that you have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. This is a great opportunity for you to highlight that event, or once again, that reopening of your business. You can create an event directly through your dashboard. So when it comes to photos, there's a couple of things here that I want to point out. One, images are more important than ever before, right? Images speak volumes. In some cases, are more effective than perhaps some print campaigns, So being able to utilize images and be able to post images through your profile, they're going to go a long way. So I want you to really think about not only the types of images that you would want to showcase on your profile, but also know that your profile is going to showcase images that your own customers share. So we call that user-generated content, right? With user-generated content, you're going to be able to display photos that your customers are sharing with you through your profile. So that's one great benefit. When it comes to images, I like to share with small business owners that you want to be considerate of the types of images that you upload. You obviously want to make sure that they're high quality photos. Nowadays with your own phones, those are fantastic cameras. It doesn't mean you have to invest a lot in the photography. It just means you have to be a little bit more focused on the type of images that you upload, okay? So in this case with Vincent's business, I love that he's showing these before and after images because, as you can see, they speak for themselves, right? You're going to be able to see his work through these images. And so before and after images really do go a long way. Now, when it comes to videos, before I move on to the next slide, I do want to share with you some tips for these 30-second videos that Google allows you to upload to your profile. So when it comes to videos, there's a couple things that you can do. So depending on your business, you can, for example, do a behind the scenes look at you assembling a package, for example. We love that stuff. We love to see where our packages are, how they're being assembled. We love that behind the scenes type of video. You can also do, for example, tutorials. So if you offer a product, for example, that requires assembling, you can do a quick 30-second video showing your customers how to assemble that particular product. So those are just a couple of ways that you can use those. Videos and images, again, are extremely powerful, and I encourage you to take advantage of that. So when it comes to the products tab, this is great because, for example, with Vince Jr.'s business, he is a cobbler. He does do shoe repairs, but he also offers product. So here he's showcasing a product for weather-resistant repellent. Again, if you have a product or offer products, with your services, this is one way or one area where you can highlight those products. When it comes to the services tab, again, this is another way and another area for you to spend some time showing us or telling us what makes your business unique. I'll share with you a real life story of a colleague who recently had her Birkenstocks chewed by her dog, right? And so she was looking for a repair person who, focused or specialized in Birkenstocks. And so she actually found somebody who specialized in repairing Birkenstocks. So that's just one example of how including those detailed services that you offer can go a long way within your profile. I spoke to you about Google websites. This is a fantastic tool for anybody that doesn't have a website, and for somebody who's perhaps on a shoestring budget. Google offers you the opportunity to create a website through the platform. The awesome thing about this is that Google is going to compile all of the information you've already added to your profile and showcase it to you in a website format. You can always go in and edit certain information, add more videos, for example, but it's a great tool for anybody, again, on a shoestring budget that wants to launch a website. So the other great thing about the dashboard is that it's going to give you access to your reviews. This is especially important because you're going to want to acknowledge these reviews, right? This is a great opportunity for you to engage directly with your customers and be able to receive feedback about your business and services. So the reviews tab is a super beneficial tool. Again, in the outside world, we call this user-generated content. I will tell you that despite all of the wonderful tools that are out there, reviews and word of mouth still go a long way. So really take the time to review these reviews, to comment back, and to acknowledge the reviews. The other great thing about the tool is that it's going to give you an opportunity to create a short URL so that you can share the review section with your customers and encourage them to leave reviews. Again, this is very useful. Another one of my favorite features is the messaging tab, and I like this for many reasons. It's going to give you, or it's going to allow you to opt in to receive direct messages from customers or people who are searching for your business or who have questions. This is a great way for you to be able to perhaps answer these frequently asked questions and be able to engage with your customers or potential customers through messaging. Again, you do opt in for this feature, but it's one that I would highly recommend. Now, for those of you that do have a marketing team or a manager that helps you handle perhaps reviews, you do have the opportunity to add users to your profile, right? So one of the steps that you're going to have to take is enter their email address and then select their role. So you may give, for example, if you're a restaurant, you may give your front of the house manager an opportunity to access this page so that he or they can answer the messages reviews or the messages. So know that if you do have a team or people who do help you with your marketing, you will give them access. You can give them access to your profile. So just like a website, right? Once you launch it, we know that that's not where it stops, right? We do want to monitor how well our website's being reviewed, how well it's being engaged with. The great thing about the Google My Business dashboard is that it's going to give you very similar data, right? So it functions very similar to Google Analytics, but this is specific to your business profile on Google. The great thing about the Analytics or the Insights tab, is that it's going to give you that exact information that you need to make sure that your profile is being engaged with, but also that customers and prospects and people searching for your business are engaging with your profile in the way that you like. So for example, you're going to be able to see the number of people that clicked on your maps or on your directions. You're going to be able to see the number of people who hit the call button on your profile. So you're going to be able to measure how well your profile is being engaged with online. So valuable information. This is especially important when building out a marketing campaign. And so, take advantage of this information. So we covered a lot of information, but I want to make sure that I cover the next steps. So I'm hoping that after you heard me profile the benefits of a business profile on Google, that you're going to take the steps to either log back into that profile and optimize your profile, or B, create a profile on Google My Business. So to get started, once again, you will go to google.com/business. You can claim or complete your business profile there, request your postcard, and in the meantime, continue to explore all of the wonderful benefits that Google My Business has to offer. Once you've launched, like I said, the job doesn't stop there. You're going to want to, or I'm going to encourage you to make it a habit to log into your profile and make sure that A, your information is still accurate, that you're paying attention to those reviews, that you're going to continue to add photos and videos and share posts. But more importantly, in step number 3, is go in and really explore the insights. I can't express this enough. As a marketer and somebody who works with businesses, it's so important to pay attention to how these profiles are being engaged with and what our customers are saying, okay? So with that, let me quickly go over some resources before I hand it back to Esther, who's gonna close up the workshop, and then we're gonna get to the Q&A. So a couple of great resources. One of my personal favorites is the marketing kit that Google offers. So these marketing kits are gonna allow you to customize in beautiful templates, if I may add, be able to customize and showcase your business profile and be able to either print these collaterals or show them and display them digitally. So I've come across these in many businesses, and I always really love when I can see customer reviews being printed and being showcased inside the business. So please take advantage of this marketing kit. They're beautifully produced. They've already taken care of a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And again, it's just one more way for you to be able to showcase your business profile on Google. Another great resource that I personally take advantage of as a digital marketer, I'm constantly looking to stay up to date with all of the new things, all of the technologies. Google Primer will allow you to do that. It's a wonderful app. I usually listen to it or read it when I'm on the go. These are quick tutorials. Again, this is just one more way for you to be able to stay in the know and continue to learn digital marketing strategies. I will point you to the help section of Grow with Google. It's g.com/grow/quick help. Here, you're going to be able to access frequently asked questions. You're going to be able to watch short videos in case you have more questions about creating your business profile. And lastly, I do want to talk about the the Google with Grow with Google program. So the program, as Rebecca stated, is also intended to help teachers and students, job seekers, and developers grow their skills. And so I encourage you to go to google.com/grow to learn about upcoming workshops. I will mention that the workshop series that we're offering is going to continue in the coming weeks. Again, I'm really excited that I was able to participate in this opening workshop series, especially the week of Small Business Week. I'll share with you that this Thursday, if you liked what I shared and if you know any businesses or business owners that speak Spanish, I offer the same workshop in Spanish, and we'll be offering it this Thursday, September 24th at 10 a.m. My colleague Carissa will then be offering 2 additional workshops. One of them is how to make your website work for you, which I highly encourage you to attend. This is going to show you how to best learn how people are engaging with your website, how to optimize your website to make it work for you. And then on October 7th, Carissa is going to share with you, or she's going to lead a workshop on how to use YouTube to grow your business. Again, video is huge these days. I highly encourage you to take advantage of that. You can either simply go back to the registration link that you used to register for this workshop, or you can go to g.com/grow/getdigitalca. So with that, I'm going to open it up to some questions. Again, I won't be able to get to all of the questions. Please know that we are going to give you some wonderful resources after this workshop that are either going to point you to links where you can get more questions. But with that, let me cover a couple of questions. So question number 1 is, let's see here. Do you shop at the middle? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, how can I check to see if I already have a business profile on Google? Very simple. You can just go to google.com and enter your business name. Once you do, you should be able to see your profile either appear on the search, or once you go into the Google My Business Profile or dashboard, you can enter to see if it appears there. Okay, question number 3, can I set up a business? Can I set up the business profile but not activate till later? Yes, you heard me talk a little bit about being able to include an opening date to your business. So yes, you can definitely create a business profile, and then when you launch your business, you can announce it as open or as coming soon. You know, that's the other thing too that you can do. Another question I have is, my business used to be in person, fitness facility, but we have moved operations online for now. Perfect. Okay, you heard me talk about the Soul Yoga. For those businesses that have gone virtual, there is an opportunity for you to have a profile online and then be able to include a bookings tab directly on your profile. Okay, so we have 4 minutes, and I want to make sure that I give Esther some time to share information about some resources. So Esther.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Israel.
Hi, Esther.
Hear me? Great. Hi, everybody. My name is Esther Morales, and I'm with the California office of the Small Business Advocate. And I wanted to, with Israel, close out this webinar. Thank you so much for joining us, and tell you a little bit about the resources that you can find through our offices to support small businesses across the state of California. So quickly, I'm going to run down this slide that you see right here in front of you. Take a screenshot so you have these. We will also send them out in a follow-up email. So if you can't take a screenshot right now, it's okay. We are working really hard in the next 3 months to bring you as many resources as possible to get online. We know it's going to be incredibly important for you leading up to the holiday shopping season. So follow our Get Digital California initiative. It's hashtag GetDigitalCA, and you can go to business.ca.gov/getdigital.ca. To learn more about California's industry guidance and our county status, to learn more about what the governor is doing, you can go to the Blueprint for a Safer Economy at covid19.ca.gov/safer-economy. We also, earlier in July, launched a Shop Safe, Shop Local campaign, partnering up with 20 or more technology companies to bring you tools and resources to help you get online, like free websites for life, for example. If you go to business.ca.gov/Shop Safe, Shop Local, you can find those resources. And most importantly, California funds 86 small business centers across the state that are also federally contracted centers, and they offer free and discounted business consulting, tailored one-on-one advice to support your small business, developing business models, helping you pivot and adapt, access capital, and so much more. You can find a small business center near you at business.ca.gov/centers. Also, to follow everything that's happening in our office, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at California OSBA. And you can follow the director of our office as well, Isabel Guzman, at Isabel C. Guzman. So we hope to see you out there. You can email us, go to business.ca.gov/Zendesk, and we'll answer any questions. Thanks so much. I know that's a lot of info. And
it's great information.
Yeah, thank you, Israel. And we also want to shout out all of the partners across the state. They're listed on this slide here. I won't go into them, but they have helped us amplify this training, and we have 3 more coming up, and we hope to see you on the next one. Israel, thank you so much for all your work today.
Thank you, Esther. And before I go, one thing that I do want to clarify in case I wasn't clear is that your business profile on Google, it is free. It's a free resource. I somehow missed to mention that, which is so important. So please take advantage of that. And Esther, thanks again to you and your office and the mayor and everybody else who made this event happen. So thanks, everybody.